Today we're going to get some first impressions from the Euterpe Synthesizer Laboratories Itinera Vertice First Stage. Right now I have a sound running through it. This is it's an analog filter module, but it does more than just a filter. It has a lot of other characteristics. As you can see, there are 4 CV inputs and 2 audio inputs and your 1 audio out. So right now I just have 1 oscillator running into 1 audio input. So the waveform right now is square. So let's try it and also put the saw in the other audio input. And you see right here is the main cutoff. Emphasis is the resonance. And you can already hear some kind of feeding back or imperfections. And we'll try it with just the saw, so I guess the square is what's making it do that, so. And then they're still there. So let's just leave the 2 of them in. 3 robust switches. Overload, attitude, and Inesco. An Italian word, I'm sure it's Italian. So let's first try Inesco. Seems to take away that rough and so that's interesting. When you turn the cutoff past noon, 12 o'clock, it starts to change pitch with the emphasis at almost at noon. So let's put the emphasis at, let's say, 12:15. Now let's try, so that's with the Inesco switched down. Let's turn that down. Ooh! So this is really nice. Attitude. If you're like me, you enjoy the surprises and the madness that modules can put in. Let's see, I have my input level right now, just about there. I'll just turn it all the way down, so it seems to be self-oscillating when you turn it down. I'll just put it right there in the middle. It's the Vindicta. Let's turn that down. So now it's just a straight tone with the Vindicta turned down. Vindicta meaning vengeance, I've come to understand. And there's also a CV input for Vindicta. So let's try and take a gate. This will be a gate, just a regular beep at 128, and let's run that through Vindicta and see. So now it makes it rhythmic. And let's take our normal CV input. Well, it's normal because it just says CV input. And we're going to run the sequence through the CV input. A sequence. I will just patch up here really quick. A simple 8-step sequence at the same time. And now the CV level we need to turn up to here. CV level. see if we hear it start to change. The sequence of the filter, meaning it's opening and closing, so let's make it really obvious. And I will also run from the oscillator so that we can get more of an idea of what this filter is doing. Although I wouldn't really describe this as a filter. I mean, it is one. Here's your multi-mode switch right here, where it has the low pass, band pass, high pass, and notch. So again, we didn't get to this third switch yet, and I'm gonna tune this a bit better too. So let's go ahead and turn our Vindicta. That's the Enesco. Vindicta is up, and it has a lot to do with this one, I think. The emphasis being the resonance. It gets really growly at the lowest stage of cutoff. Let's try a different mode. So that was low pass. This is the band pass. And let's try the high pass. And the modes might correspond directly to this switch. I know I have to figure out exactly what, but it is a really beefy sound this is getting. Right now in high pass mode. And notch. Let's turn up the formant we're going to plug in right now. There's the CV formant input, so let's get a faster gate, this one, and we'll turn it up. Let's turn this up and really push it. Now that we have it in a nice high setting, let's try the switches and see. Overload, attitude, and we have one more input here, CV input flat. So let's go ahead and try one more. And that is something we want to set slower so we can hear what it's doing better. And so that's the one oscillator with two different sides, so let's run a different oscillator through it also. So now the two oscillators modulating like crazy in the both in different audio inputs. I have a square wave, over here from the Western phase animated oscillator just off screen right here, and also this one here. So let's try to see if and just out of curiosity's sake, just to see how much different it's making it sound, let's go ahead and just run one straight from the oscillator here. So that's the plain note from that oscillator. Here is the oscillation from this one. And that's them both running through there, just to give you an idea of how much processing is going on here with these two sounds. And mess with each thing a little bit. These switches are really big and really have a great feel to them. More like a tank, this module is. And I'm gonna repatch now the CV formant again. And instead of running it to a fast gate, let's run it into the noise and see what that does. So you can hear a little bit of noise. That's the formant all the way up. Okay, let's try something else for the formant one. Let's try another square wave. Let's try the stepped gate. So this is a really amazing module. I look forward to having a lot of fun with it. And I also will be writing my article about it coming up in the next month or two. But I'm so glad to share this information in a really nice new setup. And I want to say special thanks to my boyfriend Joe for getting me the headset. Thanks to Breeze for telling me about it, because I never knew how to use something like this and do a video like this. And thanks to Euterpe for making this amazing module. It took him about 10 years of trying things. And the manual is really great, so.